Good morning, everyone. It is currently a little after 10 a.m. and I already finished my morning workout. And I decided that for this vlog today, I wanted to go ahead and just take you through what I eat in the life as a college student here at UCSD. I do have some dietary restrictions. I have a gluten allergy, so I can't eat gluten, but I also follow like an intermittent fasting schedule. So I haven't eaten today yet. I usually start eating after 11, and I think I'm going to start eating at 11:30 today. So I'll go and update you then. Alright, my protein shake is pretty simple. I like to go ahead and just add a banana. And then after the banana, I add some ice. This is a pretty small tray. Usually I add about half the tray. I only added in 6 cubes this time. Then I'm going to go ahead and add in my supplements. So I'll start with collagen. I usually add in 2 scoops of this. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. And then I'm also going to go ahead and add in 1 scoop of protein powder. And then for the final touch, I'm going to go ahead and add in some almond milk. I'm just going to go ahead and give it a little blend. Alright, that's all blended, and I'm just going to go ahead and transfer it to a cup. And that's what I have to break my fast. Alright, I'm also just going to go ahead and make some eggs. I'm just going to crack that into the bowl. And then using a fork, I'm just going to mix it up. I like to break my eggs beforehand so I can get a nice even omelet on the pan. I don't know if you can see it, but it's nice and mixed now. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of salt. And give that a mix. Okay, so I went ahead and let my pan heat up. I'm going to go ahead and add in a little bit of coconut oil. Okay, and now that the oil is melted, nice and dispersed, I'll go ahead and add in my eggs. Okay, so now you can tell that the bottom is turned white. I'm just going to go ahead and give it a little flip. She's not perfect, but it'll do. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and flip it back over just to check and make sure it's been cooked. It looks pretty good to me, so I'm going to go ahead and transfer it to my plate. I'm also going to go ahead and add in 1/4 of an avocado. And this is typically a breakfast I'll have on a general day, and this will just hold me up until after my class. It's a little after 12 now. My class is at 1, so I'm just going to go ahead and eat this, head to class, and then when I come back, I'm going to make some lunch. Alright, so I'm about to head out for class, but I just figured I'd give you a little fit check. I'm wearing a UCSD sweatshirt, some leggings, and some Nike Air Forces. Pretty simple, but gets me through the day. Alright, so I just got back from class. I'm going to go ahead and have a snack, one of these little ABC bars. I got them from Trader Joe's. It was actually a recommendation from Yasmin. She was in my last video. But when I was looking at the ingredients, it's only 160 calories per bar. And in the ingredients, I don't see any sort of seed oil, which is a very good thing. The only thing that I have to say is that it does have natural flavors in it, which is something you typically want to avoid. But I try not to have these too often. Maybe like one every couple days or so. But these are a really great snack. I'm going to have one now that I'm back, and then I'm going to go ahead and set out some things to start making lunch, and I'll show you guys that too. Alright, it's about 2:50. I'm going to go ahead and start prepping my dinner or lunch, and I just wanted to show you guys how I'm doing it. I'm going to be making some kebabs. Alright, first thing I want to start with is the onion. You're going to notice there's 2 parts. One is going to have this long part, the other is going to have the root. You want to go ahead and chop off the side with the root. to kind of peel back that first layer. You want to leave this on, we're going to use that later. Okay, and next you want to go ahead and bring out a grater. There's a small side and a large side. You want to start grating on that small side. Okay, now that I finished grating the onions, I went ahead and set that aside. I'm going to go ahead and add in 1 cup of rice to a pot. And then however much you put in of rice, you want to put 1.5 of water. And then to that water and rice mix, you want to go ahead and add in some olive oil and some salt for seasoning. And then on the stove, you want to set it to high and just let it come to a boil. Okay, so from here, you want to go ahead and add in your ground beef. The dining halls here on campus have markets, and that's where I get my ground beef. It's not amazing, but it definitely will do. I did wash my hands. So I'm going to go ahead and add about 16 ounces of ground beef to my bowl. And that onion I grated earlier, I'm going to go ahead and take it. And just a little by little, you want to remove the water and pour it in. Alright, so that's as much as I'm going to get from that onion. I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. And then to this mixture, we're going to go ahead and add some ground black pepper, some salt, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some sumac too, but you don't have to. This just adds some extra flavoring. This is very popular when cooking with Middle Eastern dishes. You can get this at any sort of international market, but again, it's not necessary, but it does add a nice flavor to it. And so everything combined kind of looks like this. And then using my hand, I'm just going to go ahead and mix it until I can form a nice ball without it coming apart. You're going to see a lot of fat collecting on the sides of the bowl. I'll make sure to show you what that looks like before I put it onto the pan. Okay, so this is basically what you want it to look like once you're done. The meat kind of sticks into itself like a ball, and you can see the fat around the edges of the bowl. Okay, and then basically what you want to do now is transfer this onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. You don't want to put foil because that does have carcinogens when you are baking something like this. And you just want to flatten it out. Okay, so I did go ahead and line this up, and I already preheated my oven to 350 degrees. And as you can see, my rice is getting ready, so I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on it to cover it up. And while the kebab is baking and the rice is finishing up, we're going to make a salad. Okay, so it's a little while later, and I moved from the living room into my room. I'm just going to go and finish up my work for the night. I'm just watching some old lectures and reviewing my notes. But I did make myself a little snack before I start fasting. It's currently like 6:30, 6:40. I just cut up an apple and some strawberries. I'm going to snack on that while I do some work. Alright, so that's where I'm going to end the vlog, but thank you for watching. This is what I eat in a day with a gluten allergy living on campus here at UCSD. Luckily, I live in an apartment, so I do have a kitchen and I can make my own foods and try to stay healthy. But if you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that bell button for the notifications in the future. Thank you.